Hashim Yahushua.
Superintendent David Brown once again vowing to crack down on crime as two 14-year-old boys and a pregnant woman become the latest victims of deadly gun violence in Chicago. Search is on for two men who shot and killed a pregnant woman sitting inside of a parked car on the south side.
Police say they have video of that attack. And WGN's Patrick Elwood live.
He needs a hood. The shorty wanna be a thug. His older brother used to drag him all through the mud. He needs a hood. His mother's sprung out on drugs. His father gone. Murdered that by the blood. He learned the streets at a young age. Got a gun in your face on his ID page. Always wearing a snapback. On the Snapchat, keep it working the knapsack. On the clapback. The streets are known to turn kid into killer. Runners in the hip. Now we acting like the real seems the devil's really busy. He's a devil's got the girls going wild and the girls they pray the Father forgive. Bring them back to the back. Remove the spirit of violence and give a shot right back. Cause we hurt is really bad and you need to eat. Why it's so hard that your blood is so evil. Let it rain. Tears of the Lord's pain. In your house pain. We rebuke the spirit of change. Give it praise. Love to overcome the hate. He didn't make it. So why we taking God's creation? Let it rain. Tears of the Lord's pain. In your house pain. We rebuke the spirit of change. Give it praise. Love to overcome the hate. We didn't make it. So why we taking God's creation? I turn on the surface to beat the word. He missed the wickedness so intense that it don't make no sense. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. To the spirit of change, thou shalt not kill. It's for God and God only shall I keep it real. But you kill and disregard how to keep it real. Live by, die by, why cry? The chick was coming in the mail, why lie? But we don't cry, we don't look at the sky. The love is wax cold, I see you look in your eyes, you can see. But you quick to give a moment of time. Emergency entertainment, you get thrown in the fire. The young kids die, they not even try. They leave them to themselves, it's the seed of the life. And you don't rest your peace when you can't be healed. It's a justice deserved, family will never heal. Let it rain, tears of the Lord's pain. In your house pain, we rebuke the spirit of change. Give us faith, love to overcome the hate. We didn't make it, so why we taking God's creation? Let it rain, tears of the Lord's pain. In your house pain, we rebuke the spirit of change. Give us faith, love to overcome the hate. We didn't make it, so why we taking God's creation? Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not kill.
My car's on you.
Oh, shit. Call all y'all. Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rikapradash. Salutations to the 1/3, the sealed elect, the 144,000 saints, the elders, apostles, and the prophets of the house of David. Shalom. So, this is just, the title of this message is, let's talk about the kids. That was a hot topic for me at one point. I don't know, I lost my way with that. You know, it was all about the kids in the beginning for me. Oh, excuse me. I remember when I was living in Houston, and the superintendent, school superintendent in Austin, he passed sex education for like 5-year-olds or some shit. Excuse me. And I promise you, I was seriously trying to figure out how the fuck could I get to Austin, Texas. I was that pissed off, man. And for the first couple of days, man, I was trying to figure it out just to go cuss his ass out. I ain't gonna do nobody nothing. It ain't time for all that shit, you know? But anyway, I live here in Atlanta, Georgia, if that's what you want to call what I'm doing. But I work here. If that's what you want to call it, you know, it's either of the two, though. Well, anyway, I was on the train last week, a couple of weeks ago. It's been about 2 weeks now. Maybe a half of a month, maybe. Well, I saw these kids on the bus, and they, some young dudes, it was about 5 or 6 of them, you know. They was real young, though. They wasn't young like the niggas that beat my ass on the West End. If that's what you want to call that, too. I ain't have a fucking bruise on me. Niggas punched me about 200 times in 3 minutes. You know. Not one fucking scratch. Oh, yeah, I did. I had a scratch on my head, man. Nigga hit me with a chair, but it grazed me. Nigga hit me with a chair and everything, man. Them niggas tried to body slam me. They couldn't get me on the ground. And, bro, I don't weigh but 150 pounds, bro. You know. But anyway, I saw these kids on the bus, and a couple of them was I knew those little niggas was like on some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I went out. They were sitting right by me, too. And a couple of them was looking at me. They wanted to say something, but they couldn't figure out what to say. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think it was like say something to me on no bad shit. You know, they was just curious. That's what I get everywhere I go. But anyway, they got off that train, and they went. I know that was those same little dudes, man. Because I saw the fucking video on the news. They went to Atlantic Station here in Atlanta, and that's a very popular shopping area, man. Ain't no nigga in his right mind going to kill no nigga at Atlanta Station unless he want to go to jail, you know. But these kids don't think like that. They don't think about the consequences in that sense, you know. And not only that, we're living with a generation of monsters, you see. Well, anyway, they went over there right after they got off the train with me, and they got into a conflict with some more teens, and 2 teens ended up dead, a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old. On the bridge, man. You know, this shit been all over the news because it's just been a public outcry. You know, it's like FBG Duck getting killed in the shopping spot where he got killed at up in New York, you know. Like, you know, this shit is brazen, nigga. You know you going to jail, right? Not them niggas up there, but you know, these are kids. Them niggas up there probably be going to jail too eventually. I wouldn't be surprised. Somebody crack or whatever. Anyway, but I remember seeing both of it was a 12-year-old and a 15-year-old, you know. And if they showed their pictures on the news, they looked like you could tell these kids were well taken care of. I wouldn't say they looked like good kids, but they looked well kept. You know what I'm saying? And they did look good like good kids, but I mean, you posing for a picture, you know, whatever. You're a kid, you know. Although I've seen some kids that you can tell they wicked. They're gonna be wicked. Well, anyway, the mothers was on the news talking, you know, 2 nice-looking moms, you know. And one of the women was crying about how she was begging the police to put her son in jail, but you can't depend. If the nigga ain't did no real crime, man, we can't just be housing motherfuckers because they might go out and do some shit like this. You see? We can't do that. That's too much money, and it's really a violation of their rights, you know? Well, anyway, I remember thinking where the fathers was, because now one of them came on the news and made a statement. Now none of them were mentioned. Well, anyway, fast forward 3-4 weeks later, it happened again today. 2 teens were killed today. These are 15-year-olds, 14, 15-year-olds. Got into it on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, some shit like that. They said it was a social media, so it was either Instagram or Facebook, probably Facebook. And 2 teens ended up dead, man, you know. And the love has waxed cold. I feel bad for these kids, even though I have a high level of understanding and I understand lineage. You know what I'm saying? I understand that a woman don't carry no seed, so whatever curses come upon those children, that comes from the father. And obviously the nigga ain't around, ain't no telling where he is. Dead, in jail, or around the corner and don't give a fuck, you know. But these tares are mixed with the wheat on every level. You know what I'm saying? And these kids don't have nobody, man. I know people that are in the know. I'm not gonna say in the truth. The truth has to be in you, man. You can't come into the truth. I see certain individuals, man. I done been all over the last 3-4 days, you know, or a week, whatever. And I see some of the same people copying and pasting on various teachers' websites, you know. And there ain't nothing wrong with that per se, but when you see the same person, look, man, I have been on 50 motherfucking pages, bitch. I'm spamming, I'm trolling, but it's all righteously done because I'm telling the truth at the same time. And this is guerrilla warfare, man. You don't know what I'm going through on this end. You see, these motherfuckers trying to slick with me, man. Like you gonna just drown me out, take my spot, and that's gonna be the end of that. And I'm gonna just be out here on the street some motherfucking well, struggling. And that shit ain't going down like that, man. So, for any members of GMS, hey man, I just consider it collateral damage. For the most part, outside certain individuals, is nothing personal, but I'm letting you have it too. I'm King David, man, and my father is no respecter of persons. Neither am I. You see? Because you the same. I had 2 more motherfuckers call me a demon today. But I'm going to stick to the subject, what I was talking about with the kids. They don't have nobody, y'all. I just, tonight, man, I just turned this radio on. That's what I was saying. Us that are in the know, if you halfway like me, you probably don't really know, listening, you're not in that lane where you know what's trending and who rapping what. Man, I never really was plugged into that, man. The only artists I ever fucked with was Machiavelli and all those that came from that era, man. I subconsciously unplugged from these new niggas. All that shit, I'm King David, man. I have too much of a high level of intellect to listen to this simple Simon ABC shit. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, I turned it on the radio, y'all, and you got girls talking about eating the box. It's on the radio, man. And Atlanta is a hotbed for wickedness. And I'm talking about when it pertains to these niggas and this idol worship with this music and shit, because they don't have no parents that's old-fashioned. They letting them listen to the shit. They listening to it with them. And not understanding how detrimental this shit is. Since when you got a motherfucker rapping on the radio about shooting up the block? I'm listening to it. So we need to hold the fucking radio station accountable. You see? You gonna be playing that shit, we taxing your ass. Fuck all that, man. Fuck all that, what they want and all that. We ain't having that, bro. This is what makes 15-year-olds go shoot each other up at fucking Atlantic Station. You might as well went in front of the fucking police station and did it. You see? And they don't have nobody to look up to, man. It's a very sad situation because they're being fed to the wolves by the people that's supposed to be helping them. They're the ones getting them snatched up out the fucking game. You see what I'm saying? And it's a whole lot of adults here in Atlanta, prominent people, all that shit, they turn a blind eye and they call murder culture. They've turned murder into culture, and that's not culture. And then, like today, 2 more teens got shot and killed. You know what I'm saying? Parents on TV crying over some stupid ass argument, but that's not what it is. It's these enchantments, man. These people are casting spells on these children through this music. Man, I just listened to this shit for about 10 minutes. I couldn't. And it was the hot mix, so they would play like a verse off of each little song, so it was good for me to get a variation of it. A little dude came on, he was talking about shooting up the block and all kind of fly shit about being a killer. You know what I'm saying? And then they had a girl came on right after that, and she was talking about sexual perverseness. city girl type shit. And you got parents that's not doing anything about this shit. But then when your fucking son end up dead at Atlantic Station, you outside crying on front of the TV talking about we need to do something about this. Well, the first thing we need to do about this shit is hold the radio station accountable. We're going to find your ass every time we hear some shit like this here. We're going to have to censor you. You know why these things don't happen? Because it's the devil's radio. And anybody that have any juice to say something about it, they all in on the tape, man. The Illuminati is real, man. It's always been the Illuminati against the house of David. The Illuminati gave you Jesus. The Illuminati told you you was a black man. The Illuminati told you you was white people. See? The Illuminati told you Jesus was a white man. Constantine, Leonardo da Vinci, these motherfuckers. The Illuminati told you Queen Elizabeth was royal. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. You see? Ka'Allah Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah Bahashim Rikakwadash. Salutations to the 1/3, the sealed elect, the 144,000 saints, the elders, apostles, and the prophets of the house of David. Shalom. Man, I hate this shit, bro. Look at this fucking bubble thing on here, man. That's these fucking assholes, man. Somebody gonna die for this shit, though. It's all good.